All right, this is Cloud9 versus 100 Thieves, Week 2, Day 2. Cloud9 opening again, blue side with an Azir ban. I hate it.
Yeah. Apparently, this is Cloud9's opening. Like they ban Azir, go for Ryze. Like I assume they're gonna do the same thing.
Yep.
They ban Azir, Braum, Ornn. I don't understand what the Braum like. I'm guessing the Braum
Brom's
ban
really
is
high priority
handshake.
in
Yeah, it's a
Korea.
handshake ban
Yeah.
to the Tahm Kench. I'm guessing. You know, if you can't trade either of them, then you ban both because they're first picking Ryze every time.
Yep.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I don't get. Like if Tahm Kench is off the table, you can just prioritize Braum and just take it. And then, enemy goes Ryze, you still have Malzahar to answer into it.
Yep.
So the Zoe ban comes out, Jay's ban comes out, Ryze gets locked in.
All right. So, I mean, they go Sejuani first. I just feel like that's really weak. I feel like it's really really weak.
Like with the Jay's ban, like this, like going with the Jay's ban. Oh.
Honestly, your blue side, you could just pick Gangplank. You could. Blue side Gangplank is
Licorice
fine.
is Licorice good Gangplank player?
That's not the point. I don't actually. I mean, Licorice is just good, but I don't think that's the point.
Hmm.
You know, like if
Yeah,
champions
yeah,
or
yeah.
something can be done, it should be done. That's why, like,
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
regardless
I
of
like the GP too.
if the mid laner can play a zero or not, you know, I think it's still important
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
No, like if we
Tahm
were
Kench off the table, Kog'Maw off the
right.
table, Azir off the table. I think Gangplank's a good pick there.
Yep.
They want to go for the Camille, like they go for the Sejuani to open up the Camille because they expect a priority on Gnar. I think that's also a reasonable way of looking at it.
Yep.
The Camille Sejuani is nice to have. Apparently there is no priority on Ryze anymore. That just disappeared after the game they lost.
Hmm.
They lock in the Taric here. I think if they just match support and nope, they want the
I
Zac.
mean,
Okay, I think if they just match support
the
and
Taric isn't even bad. I mean, Camille's pretty obnoxious, right? She's an insurance policy. Taric really good against Gnar. Like, what other junglers are they going to pair it up with at this point? Like
Mhm.
any jungler that they pair it up with outside of like maybe Jax, it's fine.
Sure. I just really like matching the support pick there and then pinching AD pull. Just taking a favorable support matchup.
Oh, you mean for
Because right
100
now the
Thieves?
support pool. Yeah. Because right now the
Yeah.
support pool is getting pinched quite a bit with Tahm Kench, Braum, and Taric off the table. You kind of. What are you walking towards here? Is 100 Thieves. What kind of cheese pick do you really have? That's not going to get banned. Alistar's gone.
Silver band away, so they don't want to just provide the endless wave clear and then face off against Camille late game. Rise band away
Yep.
by Cloud9. Shen picked up for support, but I mean, it's just it doesn't like 100 Thieves are all in with this comp.
Hmm.
Like if you Zac engage and then Taric ult comes out and Gnar can't follow up, Shen can't do anything. Like
Mm-hmm.
the thing with this composition is you're running into a brick wall. Sejuani and Taric just being able to go defensively flex into defense and then turtle their blue side jungle. Like you took away the wave clear ADC, that's fine.
The problem I have is that they're trying to put a stop on the Sejuani Camille thing, and them now having locked in Talia just completely shut out the stop.
Hmm.
Like there is no stopping you're not getting pressured here. Like Zac is just not good enough early game to really stop Sejuani from doing anything, which is why I would have liked seeing just going for your support pick, playing through the bot lane, just accepting the fact that the Nara is going to have a hard time into the Camille Sejuani in the early stages, and if you can
Yep.
get through that and you give him enough pressure, the Sejuani has to respond from bot side. It's fine. Like it's really okay. But just trying to match the top side 3v3 into like with Shen compared to having Talia just feels bad to me.
I mean here, the problem is that yes, Malzahar doesn't slow down, but Camille and Talia are just such a threat late game. It's gonna be so problematic for them to do anything. Mid lane's basically not in danger until 6, even still able to play around it. Since Garen has the luxury of just being able to protect laners. Spellbook on Sneaky too.
Yeah. I don't like that, actually.
Zach doing red wraiths. I mean, Zach should acknowledge that he shouldn't be able to do anything here, and then he can just actually full clear, which seems like Meteos is actually doing that.
Yep. Alright, mid lane's getting messed up. Tale doing a good job of pressuring mid.
Yep.
I like the minion dematerializer from the Malzahar. Just try and match a little of the wave clear.
Yep.
Do what he can.
Comes in, getting vision. I like how he paths up. And I mean, Jensen looking for this too. It's just applying a lot of pressure to Someday. It's really good. Someday wards it out.
Still lost a little experience in gold.
Yep.
It's fine. More than okay.
Like, this is a spot that's a little bit weird to me. Can he not? No, I guess he couldn't. Like, I can't see Gnar, but if Gnar could just move down a little bit and threaten a boomerang, if you can stop Svenskaren's recall, that's actually huge.
It helps out, but I'm
not
not sure if he...
What?
Doesn't seem like he had the vision, and he was trying to clear the wave as well. Like, he didn't want to lose any of the...
He didn't want to lose
CS.
him. Right, and that's why I'm saying, like, I don't know if...
Yeah,
you know.
I don't think he could. I don't think he could. He didn't have vision. He moved out of the bush and he was just CSing. By the time it was over, he'd basically gamble he was recalling there. So they give up bot priority because Shen moved mid for some reason. I don't feel like there was opportunity to kill Talia there with Malzahar being level 5 or 4, even if Shen moves.
Game's in a little bit of a lull. But I mean, this is beneficial for Cloud9. I mean, Ryu has level 6 now, so Jensen just has to be respectful, but then you see that he just goes QSS. It's like he acknowledges that because the game is at such a state, as long as he just doesn't die, nothing ends up happening for 100 Thieves.
Yep.
So really, really intelligent itemization.
Yep, I like it. Problem I have with this is the Gnar. He should be able to survive a little of the early pressure here with Malzahar getting TP now, but ends up working out actually. Jesus, that's pretty well played by Licorice. Flash ult to swap the aggro, clean.
Yep.
I didn't feel like it was possible with the Sejuani 6, but somehow we got the CC anyway on Gnar, and then Sejuani hits it during the play.
I just don't even know what Ryu's doing.
I mean,
like, you just saw him level up, but you just saw Sven level up. Like, I mean, even if you walk forward, right, and you silence Licorice, Meteos is never getting onto him.
Yep. Not really sure what was happening here either. Like, in the first place, I'm still confused how somebody died there. Maybe we'll see on the replay. I don't think so. With flash and jump, I don't think he should have died there, like, ever. I'm pretty confused as to how, like, that actually
Meteos should just abandon Ryu.
Yeah, you should abandon ship.
Yeah,
you know?
abandon. You're
just
never
go around,
getting
start.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even abandon. You know, like they got the kill. You defend the tower. It's okay. But now you're gonna lose a red buff on top of it.
Yep. Skyrim gets the red. I mean, 100 Thieves is already. This game's already off to like a nightmare start.
Like, why is he in that position? Like, he didn't. He didn't flash or jump anything. Like, he got hit by everything anyway.
Yep.
Just mechanical misplay from Sunday, really. That could have gone a lot worse for C9, but pays off. Get 2 kills. Get the Kamiya head in this matchup, which is always a good thing.
Yep.
Sejuani got kills.
Yeah, he's just able to permanently play left-hand side, and with Jensen going QSS first item, and then bot lane having Spellbook on Callista, I mean, they're immune. You can't do anything bottom lane. So Svenskaren gets to just play left-hand side and live inside of Meteos' red side jungle, which really takes away from the game state. And then with the first strike of the game being Cloud, I mean, it's useless. So there's no incentive to commit to the right-hand side.
This is good for what? Oh, probably because of Spellbook TP, Ezreal didn't get a reset, which is actually really good for the side of C9. Ezreal is going to start stacking his tier at 9 minutes.
Yep.
Alright, this is where the Shen comes in. This is where the 3v3 I was talking about, and apparently it was good enough.
I mean, in the end, right? Like, we watch it again. Someday misses everything. Since Garen's here. They don't respect Shen enough. Teleport comes in.
The Taric
And I
comes
mean,
in
this
Spellbook
could have,
TP.
yeah, the Taric coming in with Spellbook is really good. I don't think that actually is like a victory, all things considered, for 100 Thieves.
Not
Like,
necessarily,
it's
but
not enough.
I don't feel like the gank needed to be forced from C9 side either, considering Shen was considering there was a
True.
full reset happening. Like,
Yes.
if there was a proactive teleport from the Taric, I would much rather see this play, but it was a defensive teleport, even though both bot laners were resetting there. So it just puts C9's top side a little further behind, well,
And the
less ahead, I should say.
like one thing is maybe you can force the gank up until like if we go back, right? We could make one argument. Let's just watch this. Chenault comes in. If you open with Svenskeren, right? Like you open with Svenskeren's ultimate. If the Shen ult comes out, you just back off. Everyone just backs off, and then bottom lane gets bot tier 1. That would be fine.
Question is, can you back off though? Like after
No,
the
if
easy
Licorice doesn't commit, if you just go with Sven.
So Sven goes first. Okay, yeah, sure. Like, if he doesn't go, if he doesn't commit with if he doesn't like hook shot or use the ultimatum, then yeah, you're right.
Because if Shen ultimates, then Cody-san just falls super far behind. Nothing's achieved up in top lane. Shen's probably going to stick around, share XP with Someday. He's going to put Someday further behind. There's just so much value, I think, to be gained there.
Yeah, for sure. Like you're gonna get bot tier 1 for free if you just throw out the Glacial Prison, connect it, and then force them to ulti, really. Like the problem I have with that play going badly is that now I will not have pressure on this lane given the atomization option. Like Ninja Taba is just way stronger in the lane than Sheen is. Going for the Trinity Force immediately just gives him way more room to pressure. But obviously, once Licorice finishes the Trinity Force, that'll swap quite quickly. So again, all this fighting in the top side.
Yep. Ends up being super good for Cloud9.
Yeah.
Like, they just can't take fights like this. They're playing on a side of the map that it's not going to be beneficial for them ever. Cloud9 is just so far ahead.
Yeah, this is what I was saying about the 3v3. Like, I don't think 100 Thieves should have doubled up in the draft on the 3v3 with the Shen. It just, as you can see, it does not pay off.
Yep. There's too much.
It had to, really.
Yeah, there's too much confliction within the draft. Like, the direction of what champions want to do and how they want to do it.
Yep.
And then also, I think that Meteos played the early game pretty poor. So it doesn't even matter. Like, once they lose control on the left-hand side and Jensen gets the advantages that he got and Malzahar wasn't able to do anything anymore, you're losing out on your insurance policy. And the game just becomes so difficult. And then the spellbook from Sneaky ends up taking over bot lane. Because if Shen ever uses ultimate, then Sneaky and Smoothie have option. Yeah, they have option to just not follow. I really like that Smoothie even has spellbook too. I mean, he can chase the Shen with teleport.
Yep.
And then Shen and Ezreal are never having kill pressure in the lane anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Pretty much. As long as close to Tarek does find level 1 to 4, this game is going to be very difficult for 100 Thieves.
Yeah.
So this is the point where Camille starts taking over in the matchup.
Right.
Malzahar really needs one more item, like one more completed item before like being able to do much. And even then, he'll just be relegated to sidelining, which for now apparently Ezreal is doing. They want to have the 3-1-1 or the 2-2-1 with the Talia on mid lanes to support the Camille, which I like.
I'm gonna capture Herald.
I do actually like the vision from C9 here. Just making sure that the river is secure, playing for the tier 1 mid, just having Kalista go top, shove in top, and then rotate mid.
Yep.
Poke the tower down, play it slow. No need to overcommit on vision for Camille yet, because even if she gets the vision, she cannot take structures from the Gnar yet. Once tier 1 mid goes down, I'd like to see them move into the bot or topside jungle, depending on where they want to put.
They don't need to use Herald
because
mid.
Kalista. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm aware of that. I'm just saying that after they get it, which they should on this play, because the Camille is rotating in right now.
And then he goes back bottom, and it's like, why?
Yep.
Like, see, this is an
You should have just committed to mid hit.
Yes, Kalista should go mid. Everyone should just go mid.
Yep.
You get the turret, you fall back, right? You fall back into waves that are coming into your turrets, and then you guys have option. Doesn't matter that you're gonna lose out on a small wave up in top lane.
Yep. Get tier 1 mid, you shove in the waves, you go for vision, and you're in a good spot. In a really good spot, actually.
After you shove in tier mid, I mean, you can have Jensen go up to top lane, right? Because they're gonna back up. 100 Thieves is gonna back up. You have Jensen go up to top lane, right? You have Svenskaren, Sneaky, and Smoothie go down into the river with Licorice, right? Licorice is gonna path into bottom for the wave at bottom, and you just capture the Cloud Drake, and then you fall back, and everything's reset. And then you have lane pushed out, lane coming in, lane coming in.
And you're in a good spot.
And you're in a perfect spot, right? It's 19 minutes into the game.
Yep. All structures are gone, all tier 1s are gone. You can set up your vision because you're stronger. You have the Herald in case the enemy tries to do anything proactive. You just punish them on the spot.
So now, I mean, from that point, all that you actually have to do is you can do 0-4-1, right? Or you could even do 1-3-1 with Camille, because Camille still has TP, right? You could do 1-3-1, or you could do 1-1-3. You can have Talia actually stay in mid lane, Camille go up to top, 3 people in bottom, and then Talia can just rotate down to bottom, and you can use the Herald to get the bottom tier too.
Yeah, exactly. The Herald makes that play really interesting, not to mention the double TP if you really want to get spicy. Alright, legal stopwatch.
You like it?
I mean, it would have been fine either way. Be nitpicky here. What exactly occurred here that it's possible? Oh, okay. So C9 shoved in the side waves and then committed mid, but the problem is that nobody actually showed on the side wave top, and they decided to push for tier 2 anyway, which was incredibly unnecessary.
Yep.
Exactly. It's so unnecessary.
You got the passive out of Zach, you don't need to kill him. 300 gold isn't the end of the world. Zach being off the map doesn't achieve you anything. Like, you know, is that
even before that point?
Yeah, go ahead.
Even before that point, like if you go back, once the tier 1 drops, like they can catch the wave and just stop right there. You know, you got the tier 1, they're losing farm on top for no reason. Right. You can literally just wait at the Raptor, sit in Fog of War. As soon as someone shows up for the top tier 2 farm, you can just place your vision. You can get your deep vision for free, and there's nothing they can do about it. But instead, we decide to commit for a fight, commit for a pick, trade 1 for 1, get no vision, also to speak of. And now it gets time to shove out all the way bot, reset, and get his item. And now suddenly Camille isn't Camille isn't really going to do much anymore. She's a lot more ramping time. That's not what you want. I like this, you know, like you see it, the summoner, the disengage happens, you get the advantage, you just back off here.
Just back off. Zach's passive
really
is fine.
No need.
Right.
Yep. Really no need for any committal there. You're happy with the tier 1, you're happy with the fact that they're not taking top farm. And then we're using the Herald as a wave clear tool. Alright.
Well, Camille's escorting it. It's not atrocious, but still not.
The problem is that Gnar is at a state where he can manhandle Camille. Yeah, he'll just manhandle her. Like, say he has to concede the Herald. Because Gnar will just straight up solo kill him at the stage.
I like that Licorice is counter jungling though. Medios.
Yeah, makes sense.
I was gonna go. He's gonna get Scuttle Crab.
Yeah,
the state of the game is fine. These are the states of the game where you just wait. Like you take that Scuttle Crab, you push up mid. I mean, you can just get Cloud Drake if you really want it. If you don't, if you're fine with the game state being the way that it is, then you leave it open as an objective that no one gets.
Yep.
And then let's look at 100 Thieves. Let's take a look at this. This is great. So bottom lane coming in, all right. Mid lane being shoved in. You know what we need to do? We need to shove out. And then we need to make a play in mid. before Malzahar completes his tier 2, right? Nar's like probably 500
I
gold off
think
another
I
item.
think I think that's the Nar calling that they're fighting low and that they need to stop Talia from going bot. Like that's what it feels like to me. Because Nar's going for the ult in here, and as it's happening, the Zach's going forward to try and stop the Talia from impacting the 1v1 on bot.
But I don't even think you can't just go on Talia. Like if somebody is
I
actually
agree
worried
with
that
you.
he could die, then you just shouldn't take the fight.
Exactly.
There's not enough information present to make a decision. Like this is just stupid.
With this all being said, I would have liked seeing Talia swap onto the sweeper if the plan was to 3-1-1, because keeping the mid lane clear of vision at all times with having two pings on the sides, which they do have, would have been incredibly profitable for C9. Like that would have been a lot more pressure on both sides, not knowing where Talia is pathing towards.
Fight's over. I mean that's the game basically.
Yep, just Ryu ran, it's like Meteos ran it down and they got Baron off of it.
Yeah.
So it's a bummer. So it went for a pick. No vision in river. Like nobody, like the top wave was neutral. So like Kalista didn't go push it out. Kalista wasn't catching. You need to wait until Kalista shows and then you can go for that play. Didn't do that, so he's just a freebie. And yeah, people don't show top. Guess where they are? Well, mid. This game gets really hard, really fast.
0-1-4 is really good here.
Yep.
Talia wall. They don't need the Talia wall on this turret.
Although
I get that they're going for kills, but I think
then she should ride it, but she didn't even ride it.
Yep, she didn't even ride it. She should ride it.
If she rides it, I can understand you want the kills because Malzo has no flash and he got cut off. End up killing him anyway, but I feel like that would have been a little crisper if you just
ride
the way
everything's good.
Yeah. Then it makes sense to go for the wall because then you get the inhibitor anyway.
Yep. And then Camille can actually just go more aggressive. You can suicide a member in exchange for ending the game.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Background noise.
Oh, you can hear that?
I heard it. Yeah, game exploded. Vision in this game was a lot better. I like I like that C9 had the topside river always cleared, making the Kalista Tarek a little scarier. Again, I would have liked to see the sweeper from Talia, making sure that the mid lane is cleared, so that there's extra pressure on both side lanes, not knowing where Talia is tending towards with the ultimate. And that's about it, really. Like the rest of the game just played out as the draft really suggested. They play a 3-1-1.
Yeah,
there were two teleports.
Right.
But they didn't really do anything, didn't change anything. You know, it's still just a 3-1-1 comp. They couldn't answer it. They tried to double up with the Shen and try and contest topside anyway. They lost, and that was just the end of that.
I like the Cloud9 just back to that. I mean, they're not forcing it. I mean, the thing for me, though, is between Game 1 and Game 2 for Cloud9, there's still the same exact types of issues, though. Like the mid-game unnecessary rotations and forces.
As well as missing the opportunities.
Missing opportunities.
Game 1, the Jace could have got the dragon.
Right.
Could have been there for the dragon, way more pressure. Again, they didn't commit for the mid-tier 1 in this game. Would have liked seeing that happening, but it's fine that it doesn't. I think they had the better draft in both games, so mistakes like that are easily permitted, and you can easily just take it slow. Just when you can speed up, it's nice to speed up.
I like that Licorice acknowledged just how far ahead they are and went for QSS instead of like a defensive item like Sterax or Maw.
Yep.
Talia shouldn't be with the team. Like, this should just actually be a 3-2.
Yep.
3-2-0. This should just be a 3-2-0. Talia escorts Licorice, and then Licorice goes over with Talia, Jensen walls off, and then it's over. They can't actually engage onto Jensen and Licorice. It's not happening. Even with Shen or something. Like, you're going to be able to play around it. And now, at this point, Baron's in 20 seconds. You just have to wait for it and then end the game.
Maybe give Zach a little more credit, being the champion he is. He is kind of spooky.
He is spooky. They should make a Halloween Zach skin. Then like right
First
here, like
blow up.
why not? I don't understand.
Both blow ups already blown, huh? When did that
Both
happen?
blue, yeah, all the orbs are blown, right?
Yep.
Why aren't we just doing a Baron bait and Talia walling? We can't lose a team fight.
Yep.
But, you know, fortunately for us, 100 Thieves, they're just going to give it to us, so there you go. Must be nice. Must be nice.
Yeah, I feel like starting the Baron is precedent for this team fight to occur.
Yeah. Otherwise, 100 Thieves just has
Needs to
option.
happen.
Yes.
It needs to happen. But no Baron start. Get the fight anyway. Works out. Why not?
Must be nice to run like that.
Yep. Well, still close out just as easily. Pick
Now,
up
here's
Jay.
the thing. Cody-san takes an Ocean Drake. You're forcing the spawn of Elder. What?
Yeah.
What?
It's really stupid. It's really stupid. This is the dumbest thing you can
This
do.
is the dumbest thing in the world.
Yeah, it's the worst play you can make.
Yeah, let's
Right now,
make an Elder spawn.
Imagine you hold the base. You're forcing yourself to team fight
Yeah,
at 39
exactly.
minutes. You're putting yourself on timer.
And then the worst thing I think is the Elder spawns almost in synergy with the next Baron. You're just like, you're putting yourself in a world. You can't even control one side, let alone two.
Rough times to take an Ocean Drake there. But oh well.
Yeah, that Ocean Drake was
I
important.
like the Bramble Vest from the Gnar. I would have liked seeing one from Zac too. Like I really like this item when people are stacking lifesteal items, which some champions are.
He's gotta get that
Something
stone
to know.
plate.
It's a decent item, but it's not going to win you a team fight at this stage. Killing Callista is. Though how is the question. Should really feel like their comp is... It just... Like the Shen really
Shen's an issue.
felt like... It's a huge issue. Like he doesn't do anything. I can understand if C9 went for the Shen priority, like fair enough. But 100 Thieves trying to double up really just... killed my hopes for this game.
No, this is concerning to me that Cloud9 can't figure out a way into the base. You know what I mean? Like they keep...
The Talo was used. Can we check? I didn't, was absent-minded. I didn't check how he used it.
What?
That's really weird. Why are we A-ramming?
Why aren't we just 3-1-1ing?
Yeah, like, well, how did we get all five tops?
How did we...
How is bot lane
Yeah,
not
record
shoved
scratch.
in?
How did we end up in this?
Like right here, Kami just goes bot. No, why did he run mid? Top, I mean.
Doesn't even need to be.
He runs
Yeah,
mid,
exactly.
right? Good. Go back bot. Shove it all the way. Force Gnar to show. Gnar shows. Fair enough. You can now use the wall.
You can 3-1-1. Gnar shows 3-2-0, and then go for the wall.
Yeah.
Also, I actually think that they're honestly probably so far ahead. They could just ult and get the turret and then open it up. I think they're that far ahead.
Sure, but then then they need to commit for that, which wasn't the case either.
Yeah,
so they decided, fuck it, ARAM top didn't work, let's try a bot. And apparently that didn't work either.
Taric ultimate here, they're still fine in this fight.
Sure.
They got the objectives. Ultimately, that's all that matters. I mean, it was fought a little bit poorly, but
very poorly.
Yeah, Jensen wasn't hitting the inhibitor.
There's one ult.
Yep.
Slammed into the Malzahar with cleanse and his passive up.
Yep. And then also Tarkal.
Looks like he was trying to push
was really late.
No.
Like, you don't need to actually kill them with the ultimate up. You just need to make it so they can't fight you, and that's a victory in itself.
Like right there, like that. This type of fight is really bad for C9. Camille cannot get in on anybody. Like she has to trade front line. Just burn the front line, which is they're far enough ahead that they can, but it's unnecessary.
Yep.
Play the game slow. Play a 3-1-1 or a 1-3-1. You can decide. Both really simple here. This is why they got the inhibitor. Like to see the 3-2 again, but we're going for. Tala's just waiting on a wall here. Like she's been waiting for it for a while now, and it just really sucked.
Late Taric ult again. They don't get the turret. I mean, the like they're not synchronizing this. This is like really, really sad.
That's not even my biggest problem. My biggest problem is that like we're not pushing in our mid wave to tier 3 ever. Like, we're not waiting until people show to defend the waves, and we're just putting our wall down.
Right.
Like, the wall's coming down without like anybody showing up to catch any waves, and then it's like, wait a minute, there's 5 people here, and then they don't even care that there's 5 people, and then there's a fight and you lose it. Wow, who would have guessed you lose a fight in the enemy's base
Hey,
when
look.
Camille cannot get on carries?
It's Elder.
Cody-san, brother Cody-san.
Brother Cody, dude. Cody's
Brother
like,
Cody
get me
giving us
out.
the
That's what he
condition.
was doing. Hey,
Yeah.
look, it's Baron.
Yeah, Cody was done with this game.
That
I'm
Ocean
glad
Drake,
anymore.
that was important.
That actually made a big difference.
Yeah. That decided the game here. Brother Cody.
And then for some reason we don't just run for the hills and just try and defend our towers. We're messing around in our topside jungle and Baron is already
Just,
gone.
like, on
Alright.
the wave, right? Just, alright, I mean, you have top going up, but, like, right here.
Yeah, you could Star Cult
Just
it.
cast Tower Cult and hit the turret.
Oh,
What?
it's gone. That's 3 nibs right there.
They can't, they're gonna back up because the Tower
Yeah.
Cult's too long. You have
Yeah,
Elder
and then
and
top
Baron.
tower is too low, waves
right.
coming in, you get the tower, you get
Yeah,
the
three
inhib, it's
inhibitors.
over. Once you're in the base, you don't get out.
So many teams, even Korean teams, they don't use ults to just get objectives. They think that the ults need to get them kills.
Oh, which they did. Alright. Tara killed people.
Yeah, there you go. That's some result based. There you go. Alright.
Tara killed people. Must have been a good ult.
Let's
Well, finally, you know, people like there were enough people dead that Camille could get in the backside.
Alright. That was it for this game.
Backline.
Cloud9, still
closed
same
up.
problems. Loss of opportunity capture, inability to properly have lane assignments, right? Although Svenskaren played a lot better this game. Meteos played really poor. I think the atomization from Jensen was great. Like, I think that there was the opportunity loss thing up in top lane where they could have just let Afro... Like, if they play it different, they can just get Afro out of bottom lane, and then Kalista gets super far ahead. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, like the Shen pick really fucked up. I would have liked seeing the Tala go for a sweeper this game. Other than that, pretty much just again they try and double up on top, lose top.
Yeah.
Well, game blows up.
Yeah.
Kalista's just gonna get too far ahead. Always have priority in the lane. Ezreal won't be able to scale very well or do anything with his item spikes even because once topside falls behind, Malzahar is gonna suffer from that. Zach's gonna suffer from that, and Nar's gonna suffer from that.
Their team comp just has so many errors in it that don't make sense.
Yep.
You know, like if they get ahead, okay, but they still don't have, like, they have to be really far ahead for it to be like, okay, we can just go at you. I don't know.
Yeah.
The draft was a huge problem, and then Meteos just completely dropped the ball early on. They couldn't achieve anything in bottom lane. Jensen just outplayed Ryu. So I mean, there was a lot. So, all right, that's it for that one.